So, friends, I gave you tips on mediumship reading and psychic reading. I'm gonna give you some tips for what happens when with a paranormal investigation. I'm gonna give you from tips from what I've experienced, what we've experienced as a group. And again, if you've got something going on in your home and you think it's of a paranormal nature, find you a group that'll come out and check it out. That there are numerous groups out there that will come and investigate your home for free and will not charge you anything, won't charge you anything to help deal with what may be there even. So just, I'll tell you, cheap plug. Here in Southeast Louisiana, and the group that I belong to, GASPS, Ghost and Paranormal Society, we don't charge. We don't charge. Now, granted, we may not be able to come because of the distance. We do have a little bit of a gap with members. We've got some members that live in Mississippi, some that live in Louisiana here as well. But distances can be a problem. There is gas, that kind of thing. So we do kind of we do that, but we do try to help if there is, you do have a situation, we do, and we're not able to come. We try to steer you in for a group that's closer to your area, because we want you to get help. We want you to be able to figure out what's going on if you have a problem. So just know that there are groups, first of all, that will come for free, will investigate your home, and will help you to go and deal with what's going on for free. It doesn't cost you anything. The second thing is that, and this is like the first thing that we're told the minute we get there or we walk in the door. Oh, excuse the mess, excuse the mess. We're not there to judge you on your house cleaning. We're not there wearing white gloves and checking for dust. We're not doing that. We don't come in there and judge you based off of your cleanliness of your home. Just because your home is, dirty or immaculate, it doesn't matter to us. It doesn't. We may tell you because you need to say you're a hoarder and you got rooms upon rooms of stuff. We may tell you that you need to kind of clear out the space in here because you're just, it's a negative environment. You're bringing in negative stuff. You're keeping it here. So we may tell you that, but I'm not going to come in your home and tell you, oh my God, this house is just horrible, disgusting. We're not there for that. We're not there for that. I'm not going to judge you on that. I'm not. If you have pets inside, and you can put them outside, that's helpful. We're trying to get audio. We're trying to get EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon. We're trying to get voices, noises. But if your animals are running around the house and barking or meowing or scratching and jumping up and down and all, that we get that on our recorders. We get that on video. And where, your dog may growl, may snarl. Your cat may do that even. I don't know. It may hiss. Our recorders are going to pick that up. If we're not there in the room and your dog happens to be walking by in the hall and we don't have somebody that catches that or a video that catches that, and we hear that, and you're claiming you got things in your house growling and all, we catch that, and you maybe don't actually have something growling in your home, we're going to hear that and think that's something possibly growling in the house. So that's a problem. If you have, small children, if you can send them away for the night or however long we're there, that's kind of helpful. Because if they start crying and playing, the least amount of noise we can have, the better it is, because we're needing to listen for the voices. We're needing to listen for the sounds. And if there's a bunch of noise going on, you've got your TV up loud, the kids are in there playing video games, you're on the phone, that's a lot. That's a lot of extra noise that we it's too much. We can't get the evidence really that we need. It can be done, but it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. another thing is listen, when we're coming, please, this is something that's happened numerous times. This is not the social event. Again, noise levels. If you invite your family and your friends over for this because you're expecting, or you told them and they're wanting to come because they're expecting what we call, the group and myself call, the ghost adventures adventure. You're looking for stuff to start flying around the house. You're expecting all this crazy stuff to start happening, and you want to be able to see it, and they want to be able to see it, and all that. That's a little much. It's a little much. We're trying to walk into a room that's maybe had a noise in it, or we heard something, or as a medium, I'm picking up on something in there, and I'm going room to room, and I've got a whole tour group behind me going room to room with me. It's a little much. It's a little much, because as I'm going from room to room, I'm listening as well. We've got recorders on us even. We're leaving recorders in rooms. We've got cameras. It's just too much. It's too much. And, listen, if you're expecting things to be, everything's going to go crazy, it doesn't work like that. A lot of times, nothing happens. A lot of times, we don't get any evidence. It may take a couple times coming before we actually get something. But if you're expecting when we come in there that, all hell's going to break loose, that's happened. I'm not going to lie, it's happened. But 9 times out of 10, it don't happen like that. It doesn't. And if it does happen, cool heads need to prevail. We can't have everybody freaking out. And another thing when along the lines with that, please, for the love of God, if you got firearms and they're laying around openly all over the house, those need to be locked up. Those need to be locked away and put away where they're not easily accessible. I can say we've been on a case before. I can think of another one that we were on where firearms were open, especially this one where there was a firearm laying about in every room. Sometimes some rooms, multiple firearms. And this particular investigation, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. The gentleman ended up with a giant upside down cross that just appeared on his stomach. He became partially possessed. He barricaded himself in a room with an investigator. It got really bad really quick. And the biggest fear was not of him so much, or the spirit or whatever that was there. It was what he may be capable of grabbing a firearm. Make sure you put those away. Not only for our safety, but for your safety. So, and again, just know that it takes us a few days sometimes to go over evidence. And that is something that is time, takes a lot of time to go through. And we need that time. You can't rush it. We try to go through our evidence as quickly as possible. But sometimes, we have lives. And for me, a lot of times I go to a place, I can be drained for many days. I can be sick even for many days afterwards because of what's there, what's going on. And it takes me longer than to go through my evidence. So just bear with us with that. Please give us that time to go over it. We want to be able to present to you the evidence, every piece of evidence we can get, so that we know what we're dealing with. And you know what you're dealing with. So, and know that the people that come and help you are there to help you. And they have your best interest at heart. So, we're there to help. We're there to help.